Hello, 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 guys. It's me once again, Tehili Seely of the Get Inspired Join the Evolution of Limitless Thinking. And I am happy to be here with you today for today's Thought for Tuesday. And today's thought for Tuesday is the importance of resting, reflecting, and renewing. And this comes out of my recent weekend achievement, a great, fantastic achievement for me, which is that I've done my third marathon in 10 months. A year ago, around this time, I'd never done a marathon before, and I did my first marathon earlier this year in January. I did my second marathon 2 weeks later, and now here I am completing marathon 3 during the midst of the COVID pandemic and achieving a personal best. And I'm really riding a high right now because it was great to accomplish what I did, and I had a wonderful support system. And it's really great when you have those great moments. And this brings me to my point: resting, reflecting, and renewing, right? So at this point, I'm really riding high, and it's really easy to just want to do more. I think back to last year when I was doing a lot of racing, running, triathlons, lots of stuff, and I was just going. I'm doing things a bit differently now. So now that I've done the marathon, I'm pausing because I want to rest, reflect, and renew. And why is that relevant? Well, I had a great achievement, yes, but it's important to stop for and pause for a bit and you know let my mind just to have a period where I don't have to be sharp all the time and worry about waking up early, nutrition, whatever, to get what I have to get done. It's important just as much as it is to work towards a goal. After that goal, it's important to just slow things down, and just rest and give yourself a chance to breathe and really, really, really appreciate what you've just accomplished, and to give your body, your mind, your spirit, every aspect of your being that was involved in this project or accomplishment, your mind, your spirit, your emotional body, your spiritual body, your physical body, a chance to just take a rest. It's important. I wasn't doing that last year. Last year, I was going from one thing to the other because I was riding a wave. I was riding a high, and I didn't want to lose momentum. But sometimes it's really good to just slow things down and just take a breather, take a rest. So that's we've covered rest. And then the second thing is about reflection. So we talked about resting, now reflection. So now that I've accomplished this wonderful achievement, my third marathon in 3 runs, achieving a personal best time of 4:08, what next? Well, what about if I reflect upon the journey? The journey was most important. It wasn't just about that actual race day. It was all the things that I experienced over the 13-week period that I trained. And when I look upon the challenges that I had during that time and how I got through them, and even though I was a much fitter person around this time last year, I'm a much stronger person physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally this year, because the conditions that I am training under now, or I trained under now, are a lot more challenging than it was a year ago. So it's a great opportunity to reflect on what I've accomplished, what could I have done differently, where I'd like to see myself, probably make some adaptations in the future and subtle tweaks to everything, not just physically, but in all aspects of training. How could I be kinder to myself? How could I be kinder to people? Where was I negative? Lots of stuff. So basically, this is a great period for reflection. Again, last year, I was riding a high. So there was no time to rest nor reflect. And I'm glad that I'm taking this opportunity to do this, just to slow things down all the way down and just, take a me moment. This is part of self-care, and it's really, really important. A lot of us, including myself, are guilty of neglecting ourselves. We put so much energy into other people, and sometimes what we just need to do is to give ourselves a moment. So we've covered reflection. And now the most important thing, renewal. During this period of rest and reflection, my body is renewing, my mind is renewing, my spirit is renewing, my emotional body is renewing. And it's great. It's great to just renew, recharge, replenish, so that when I do pick up purpose again, or a challenge again, it's no longer just at this level. So it's at a higher level now. I'm renewed, I'm replenished, and there's more vigor and purpose to my actions, as opposed to just being one of them, like, okay, gotta go again. So it's important to do these things. So I thought I would just share that with you, lovely people, today, because we're in a world where we just go and go and go and go and go. And one of the things that I have loved, that I have learned from this year 2020, which I think is a particularly beautiful year for us, we have had extreme challenges, there is not a doubt. The pandemic is a major one of them, but the pandemic also brought a lot of good. It has taught us how to slow down and to just take the time to renew. All of us get 24 hours in a day, right? We all have the same 24 hours. What we do in that 24 hours is totally up to us. So, my good friends, this is my thought for Tuesday. Rest, reflect, and renew. It is just as important as accomplishing things. It's really important to just slow down, look back at what you did. How could things have been done differently? What would you like to see improve? You're not criticizing yourself. What you're doing is assessments, so that you can make this and fine-tune yourself, so that as you evolve, you become a better version of yourself. Your evolution is forward, not backward. And that's the beauty of reflection. You see how best, okay, I could tweak this, do that, so that the next time I'll become a more efficient, and etc. In my thinking, in my spirituality, I'll be calmer. I can do things differently. You have a whole opportunity to do that. The key here is, however, try not to rest and reflect for too long, but just enough to give yourself enough time to focus on your next purpose. And then you have done your rest, and you've done your reflection, and you have your renewal. Let's get ready for the next epic project, which I already have. So I already had my next epic project, kind of like before I did the first one, but now it's shaping up and it's changing. It's remolding itself while I have this period, and I know exactly what I want to do, and I know how I want to do it. So thank you, my friends, for listening. It's me, Tehili Seely, once again. Thank you for listening to me, and I hope this has touched you in some way. Have a beautiful day. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti. Namaste.